Wow. The night after WrestleMania. This is a time I'm usually very excited when it comes to the Raw after WrestleMania. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to return. You never know what crazy thing is going to go on when it comes to the night after WrestleMania. It's a day I look forward somewhat to almost every year at this point. Now, I know things are different nowadays. There is no crowd just like last year. And maybe, okay, maybe something exciting will happen. Maybe you'll get a big return, something when you haven't seen in a while, some insane type of thing going on, or a debut, or any of that. Well, there were some returns. Let me say that right off the bat. But was this really good for the past 3 hours of Raw, or was it business as usual? In a way, it was business as usual. Now, WrestleMania was good. Pay per view. The whole weekend wasn't that bad. Surprisingly, WrestleMania came out pretty well. I gave the whole thing a package of both nights a B minus in a way. So I was cool with WrestleMania, but hey man, we back on that same train when we go back to Monday Night Raw, okay? So yeah, business as usual, and even near the end of the show, I was just to the point where how much time is left in this show again? I don't know. But yeah, folks, the Raw after Mania. This is something I usually like this time of year. But now, maybe it is because of the crowd and whatnot. I will say this. One thing I miss about the crowd, I miss the night after WrestleMania crowd. But then again, WWE is kind of smartened up nowadays on them. I've noticed in the past couple years, and they're not as the last time they did have a crowd, night after WrestleMania, they kind of outsmarted them, and they know how to control them now. So they're not gonna let stuff run off the rails and let the crowd hijack the entire show, okay? But like I say, it's different now. It's no fans, so boom. But you expect something important still to happen. Now there's a new Thunderdome. They had to leave Tampa. Where are they now at this point? I think they're still in Tampa, but it's at the Unilink Center, a little bit smaller. I've noticed. So stage is a little bit different, but I think it's a smaller Thunderdome. So what are we on number three now? So yeah, third Thunderdome, folks, third Thunderdome. But we do kick off the show with the WWE Champion himself, Bobby Lashley, MVP, until Matt Riddle came in, basically talking about Riddle lost at WrestleMania, but he feels like he should get a shot against Bobby Lashley. Lashley said, I went to war with Drew, and I came to Raw to celebrate my victory. But Riddle basically saying, I'm gonna grant you should grant shots for WWE title and whatnot. I should get one right now. Lashley pushing him to the ground, and that's how I'll see you in the ring. Next, one thing to count out, we do have a new announce team also. They did change that up today. No more Samoa Joe on commentary, I see. So we brought Corey Graves back to Raw, Byron Saxton, and the newest member to the announce team, Dan Verk. I think he's from the MLB Network, I believe they said. Listen, I don't know much about this guy. He did um I'm giving it a pass because it's night one, but it's gonna be take some time to get used to him, okay? He doesn't sound bad, but he's gonna need some time out there. So I don't got much to say about the dude. I'm just gonna say he was okay at best. So I'm gonna have to get used to him. But I was kind of surprised they changed up the announce team. No, some could indicate could Samoa Joe be coming back to the ring soon. Hopefully, I hope something happens with that. But yeah, this is the newest Raw team and the newest announcer they got. So we'll see how this Vert dude does. But I thought he was okay at best. So it's gonna take some time getting used to him. Bobby Lashley then went against Matt Riddle, which Lashley beat him up before the match even happened. Um, wow, what can I say? He beat the crap out of Riddle out there. Basically, Lashley got him into the Hurt Lock for the win, so Lashley won. Riddle just losing again after getting the crap kicked out of him by Sheamus, which he did show some scars out there, but Lashley won. So yeah, WWE champion kicking off the show, winning from there. Next, Shelton and Cedric were in the ring, which just got the Jobbers entrance. Who returns? The Viking Raiders, War Machine, or whatever. both men are back, or Hanson, back, so the team is back together. They end up getting a win. Um, Good. I think he had neck surgery, I believe, because I remember he did that dive and he ended up hurting himself, and he had been out for multiple count of months. So hopefully they got something good for the Viking Raiders right here. Because the last time they were really around, it was just comedy hour with the Street Profits and whatnot. And it was the Viking Profits and everything. So with them being back, we'll see how this goes out to be. Okay. Next, Charlotte made her return. Also, Charlotte came out since she didn't have her match at Mania. Even Vert dude came in and let her in the ring. Basically, she wasn't on the show. She wasn't there. But, she wasn't even welcome here. But everybody wants to fault her why she wasn't at WrestleMania. It's not my fault that my dad did this, or Lacey Evans got pregnant. I didn't kick her ass and everything. She says she's a franchise player, a genuine superstar. Now, what she does is sacred to her family, and she has dedicated her life to this business, and it's unacceptable that she wasn't on WrestleMania. And it's not my fault also that Asuka was even my tag partner and everything. So she challenged Asuka to a title match that never happened. And some champion, basically talked about Ripley being an opportunist, and Charlotte said that every woman in the locker room just started going through names, was jumping up with glee because, hey, Charlotte's on the WrestleMania card. Since she's not here, she's not going to take up any space. So now this is my time, and I'm going to get my shot since she's not here. And basically, Ripley is the biggest snake in the locker room and manipulated Asuka. And, Carmen's going to be a bitch. And I am that bitch, she says. And that no one in the back compares to her. I don't steal the opportunity. I am the opportunity. And everybody's delusional, saying I steal from your favorites. It's no. I create these opportunities, okay? So I'm that damn good, and saying you will bow down to the 13-time champion, show respect, and basically do not question her, because just enjoy your title match. The eyes should have been in. So not a bad promo. She didn't really tell why Charlotte was out of WrestleMania, but not a bad promo though. Basically telling what she's done and what she is, which I'm sure that's taking some shots, because I'm sure a lot of people do think that. And I've said myself, Charlotte's not a Mania, so this gives someone else an opportunity to do something. So she is back now. As Rhea Ripley went against Asuka, and not a very good match. Let me say this: like, I thought the match for WrestleMania wasn't bad, but whew, those are some bad botches, especially that whole electric chair, some type of a crucifix bomb or whatever they were going for, and it looked really bad. There was like 2, 3 spots that looked bad out there, and of course it ends up in a no contest because Charlotte comes out, beats the crap out of both women, and leave them there. And I'm sure at Backlash, or what they're calling WrestleMania Backlash. Why don't you say Backlash? That doesn't make any sense. It'll be a triple threat because it should have been a triple threat. Everyone said in WrestleMania, so we'll do a triple threat at Backlash, or Mania Backlash, or I don't know. I'm just gonna call it Backlash because WrestleMania Backlash sounds stupid. Okay, Miz and Maurice. I guess we're in the back when Maurice showed up for Miz TV. Um, I guess she's gonna be on there later on. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler making fun of Mandy Rose slip and fall. Mandy Rose saying, she got up. Before anybody could see her, she ended up knocking Nia Jax to the ground. And Dana Brooke came in as they walked out. Alexa Bliss basically was on her playground set in the back, saying WrestleMania was fun. But, she's talked about a little girl being lost. See, this is why I don't say that, because it always sets off that. Let's see, if I say the name, you know what's going to set up. So, I'm just going to go with Bliss. Let's not go with the first name right now, because we already know what the machine sets up after that. But basically, she was being lost, and that's someone that nurtured and taught her everything she knew. But now, I'm not that little girl that's lost. Maybe I never needed the darkness. I am the darkness now. I can control the darkness. And that person was standing in my way, so I can use that darkness to destroy them. And that the females, the deadliest species, and you never know. Um, Something truly evil can happen. And then she has a new friend named Lily, I believe. Basically, it was a doll and saying, we're just getting started. So I have no idea where this is going. I guess it's now Bliss versus Wyatt. Or listen, we all know that match sucked at WrestleMania. And then again, I'm sick of this feud in general. But hey, at least Randy Orton's out of it. But still, I have no idea what's going on with this now. So Bliss versus Wyatt. I think I talked about a little of this last night too. So where does this go? I have no idea. I don't know. Next, Miz, Maurice, and Morrison were out there basically to promote Miz's new TV show, well, Miz and Maurice's new TV show that happens on right after Monday Night Raw ended tonight. Basically, they talked about their show. It's the season premiere. Morrison wanted a spinoff. Almost felt like he felt like the third wheel out there in a way, and talked about Bad Bunny. And Miz said he wouldn't have made out my tutelage. Damian Priest came out saying, the papers are saying that you lost to Bad Bunny and whatnot. But, Miz says, your name was in those papers. Listen, I was the WWE champion. I may have been in WrestleMania. Miz wanted a match, but Morrison wanted a match. They started to argue. Maurice said, you both could just fight him, right? And then it became a handicap match then, which Miz and Morrison ended up winning because Maurice got involved. Maurice ended up getting, not Maurice, but Miz ended up hitting the roll up on Priest. Don't know if it's a good idea to be pinning Priest right now, but 50-50 booking, I should say. And Miz was in his underwear. Maurice tried to block him, and then they both fell on the stage. Since I guess they tripped over Miz's pants then before they went to commercial, so that was actually pretty funny, the tripping part. Um, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler went against Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Nia Jax had to act like she was tripping in the ring, which Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke laughed. And even she fell out of the ring trying to trip to get back in. They laughed and thought it was funny. But then when Nia Jax is all pissed off, they don't want no parts and they run away headed for the hills, taking the count out and accepting the loss. You just made fun of her earlier and she's tripping that making out there. You could easily just take her out now while she's messing up and get the pin. Why run away now all of a sudden? Oh, she's pissed off, so now I'm gonna run away. Makes no. Where is Shayna Baszler and all this? She just kind of just tends to disappear from a lot of these segments, which with good reason too, I should say also. But yeah, kind of odd. The Faces was pissed, but now they're running away now after they made fun of the heel again. MVP came out had a big announcement. I guess from the Hurt Business, with Lashley. And before he could say anything, he talked about Drew McIntyre as a warrior, but he still lost to WrestleMania to the Hurt Lock. Drew came out. He wants to stay on the same path. He still wants his title. He will eventually get his rematch. But didn't you get your rematch at WrestleMania? How you getting another rematch? You just had your rematch last night. Well, Saturday at WrestleMania. So why is he getting another one? But MVP says, listen, man, you need to get in the back of the line like everybody else. Braun Strowman came out then saying, the line starts behind them because he beat Shane McMahon. You get a title shot because you beat Shane McMahon? Who hasn't beat Shane? It's Shane McMahon. What do you mean you get a title shot? You really didn't beat anybody on the roster or a former world champion. At least with Randy Orton coming out, he kind of makes sense because he beat a former world champion, but the mind games and stuff are over. And Adam Pearce came out making a triple threat for later on tonight. All right. But yeah, this is a number one contenders match, and Strowman's in because he beat Shane McMahon. He beat Shane McMahon. Makes no sense. At least Orton's does make sense in a way. Elias and Riker in the ring. They were going to do a song. New Day's trombone played off, basically talking about Elias and them saying you were destroyed by a giant and everything. Shame, shame, shame. We have a failure here to communicate. They don't want this. By Xavier. Basically, I think that was a DMX tribute. So thanks to Woods, X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. And right after that, Elias said, you guys lost to a giant also, so you guys shouldn't really be here also. But Kingston, basically said, it's not a game. And basically, they try to sound like the Lemon Garb thing from Adventure Time. I noticed that this is unacceptable. And then they had a match, and the New Day won. So, not surprised by that. Orton says he's done with dealing with Wyatt, so he's going for the WWE title tonight, and wants to get back into, focused. Firefly Funhouse happened. We got the sweater Bray Wyatt saying he's back at the funhouse. We got his true friends with him, which they Abby would start cursing him out then. And the rabbit was back, and I'm gonna heal now. I'm reborn. And then they got this upbeat church music playing. You were born. You are reborn, brother. You are reborn, brother. How you doing? How good? It's gonna be bigger and better things for the Firefly Funhouse and for Bray Wyatt himself. So I know some people thought it wasn't Bray Wyatt out there last night. People say it was Bo Dallas, apparently, given that he had a longer jacket and looked skinny, but I think that was Wyatt. He did the yeah, yeah, yeah thing out there. So it had to be him. As bad as that whole match was bad, that was Wyatt out there, okay? Where does the Firefly Funhouse go to? I have zero clue. I don't know, but it's in a feud with Bliss for some reason. So we'll see what happens with that. Triple threat match though, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre. Not a bad triple threat. Orton hit the RKO onto Strowman, and then Drew hit the Claymore kick on the Orton, pinning him. MVP came out. Next thing you know, T-Bar and Mace of Retribution, or formerly known as Retribution. Didn't they brawl with MVP? So why they help with MVP now? Since they fought the Hurt Business at one point. So I don't know. Are they joined up with Hurt Business? Why they still dressed with Retribution? If Retribution is dead, I don't know. Okay, I don't know why they're dressed as Retribution still. Didn't they end or disband the group since they left Mustafa? Why are they with MVP? At least take the mask off and be Dijak and whatever the guy's name was, Dio Matt and whatnot. So I don't know where this goes. Like I said though, when it comes to Raw After Mania, I'm usually excited. I love the Raw After Mania. I've used to have many fun times. It's the only time I never really fall asleep or get bored with Monday Night Raw, especially when it comes to nights like those. But yes, there's no crowd, but at the same time, this show's still really bad and it's back to business. WrestleMania was really good. Liked it a lot. Monday Night Raw, it's back to the usual, folks. So other than two returns, there's not much I could say about this show. Rematch on rematch on rematch on rematch, or stuff was just not really good leading into this, or I don't know where it's going. Okay, so yeah, that's Monday Night Raw for you. So I'm out here. See you guys later. Peace. NXT tomorrow night review. So we'll see what goes on that show down there. WrestleMania 37 Night 1 and Night 2 review are uploaded online right now. One with you won't say of Urban Wrestling Network, and Night 2, of course, with Kyle Coleman. Audio and video reviews are uploaded online right now. Check out both of those WrestleMania reviews. So I'm out here. That's your night after Raw after Mania, folks. Raw after Mania, okay? So I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.